Hello, welcome back for my 6 month hair growth update. So a reminder for those that watched my last video, or if you're new to my channel, this is only the second video I've done, and I'm, as you can tell, not really very good at it yet. I'm just learning things. But anyway, I had left my hair for quite some time, just being lazy really, hadn't initially intended to grow it. I now have decided I'm going to grow my hair long, so I decided I was going to make videos just to update you on my journey. Certainly I watched other people making some videos and I found them quite useful in some cases, so I thought I'd do the same for myself. So we're now 6 months in, and what's changed? Well, the first thing is I've just given up on using any kind of styling products in my hair. I was finding that whereas a month ago it helped me get away with certain things, you know, it helped me neaten it up enough. I mean, it didn't look great, but it neatened up enough to kind of be okay for going out, see clients, whatever else I was doing. Now, a month later, it just doesn't work at the moment. Maybe it's just the styling products that I've tried using. Well, I always used to use wax when my hair was short. So obviously I still carried on using wax for a very long time afterwards because it was there to hand. I've used like a styling cream and a few different things I've tried, you know, gel, whatever. But the thing is, it all kind of has the same effect on me in the sense that now I'm at a point where if I put any on, I end up looking like I've got Lego Man hair. So it ends up being, it looks really fake and weird on my hair. It just sits really solidly because you have to use quite a bit of it to get it right. And I still get probably the most problematic awkward areas for me because my hair is quite thick and curly. You can see a lot of this. You maybe not see around the back, but it's like this all over the back. I've got this kind of mullet thing going on. I talked about last time. It's now curling quite far around my ears, and there's just nothing really I can do about it. If I start putting styling products in there, it doesn't really hold it well enough, and looks just a bit odd. So I just thought, screw it. I'll just let it go as it is. I said on my last video, you know, I'm not generally too worried about what people think. Certainly the only people I'm really bothered about would be clients when I'm going to visit clients for my job. I want to try and make a good impression on them. I've covered that already, so I'm not going to keep going over that laboriously. Other things that's changed, so I said last time, my hair is also quite greasy. I've got fairly greasy skin, fairly greasy, oily hair generally, and certainly I would always have washed my hair every single day. And I said last time, you know, I felt like I needed to carry on that because my hair still seemed to be oily by the end of the day. But I tried something. I tried something slightly differently. So for the last week or so, what I've been doing is I would shampoo my hair, make sure I conditioned it, and then the next day I would still wash my hair, but not use shampoo. So just warm water and then conditioner, and wash out the conditioner and let it dry. And it's been fine I can get away with that for 2, possibly 3 days. And then I need to shower again because it just starts looking way too greasy. I am a bit, you know, this is not something I've necessarily researched a huge amount, but I just don't believe that some people are saying that, oh well, the more you shampoo, the greasier your hair can be. That logically doesn't make any sense to me because I can understand if you shampooed and you left your hair overly dry, then your body's going to produce more oils to compensate for that. But whether you're shampooing your hair every day or whether you're shampooing your hair once a month, you're still shampooing your hair at some point, and your body's going to produce those oils. So how does your body know whether you're shampooing it every day or whether you're shampooing once a month? The effect in terms of the oil production would still be the same. You would just expect it to get oilier over a longer period of time because obviously there's more time that's elapsed in between. So it just doesn't make sense to me, this whole thing of like, oh well, you can't shampoo every day because it produces more oil. I just think maybe in terms of getting the oil level right in my hair, so from a styling point of view it looks more manageable, more healthy, then yeah, okay, I can accept that maybe shampooing my hair every day would perhaps dry out a bit too much even when using a conditioner. But again, this is all kind of new stuff to me, so it's things that I'm having to play with, and it's new to me in the sense that I said in my last video, you know, I never even used to use conditioner before. Maybe if it was one of those two-in-one things that would be already in the bathroom or would have been on offer. So I bought it. You know, I've never been fussy about which brands I'm using or anything like that. But now I've got a separate conditioner. I've been using it, and it's been working okay. You know, my hair generally, I mean, it might not look great. Certainly it is. We talked about last time, it's very much awkward stage still. Probably going to be a year at least before it'll look anything remotely long or where I might want it to be. But it feels quite healthy, it feels quite soft. I don't really get split ends currently at the moment, fingers crossed, and touch wood and all that sort of stuff. So that's been okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously it looks a bit of a mess. I try and neaten it up as much as I can. Generally sort of get away with it, I think, most of the time. Still not had any really negative comments. That was something that a couple of people that had very kindly commented on my last video, had asked about to keep them informed. Still get one or two people saying, oh, you need to get your hair cut, but not really much. I've started to get to the point where really now, whereas before I could just say, I'm being lazy, I'll get my hair cut at some point and kind of brush them off that way. Now I'm having to say to people, I am growing my hair, because, now it's the point where people are like, come on, there's laziness, and there's just like, really? You've not had a chance at all to get to the hairdressers in all this time? So I've got to tell them the truth and say, no, I'm growing my hair, which invites more questions in terms of, I think, especially because I'm that bit older as well than a lot of people that might be growing their hair. A lot of people growing their hair longer might be teenagers. I'm making an assumption there, so forgive me if that's not correct for yourself. But because I'm 39 years old, and I'm a professional, I guess, you'll get these situations where people will assume that you will just stick to the short back and sides, and to grow your hair at my age is perhaps a bit more unusual. So people will be asking me, why are you doing that? What are you trying to go for? I had somebody say, you're going to put it into a ponytail. And I was like, well, no, I don't think I'll be putting it into a ponytail. I don't know where that kind of came from. Or, excuse me. Oh dear. I've had, I don't know, you get the odd thing. People make sort of glancing remarks, but it's nothing much. Mostly it's in generally good humour. I did have a client for the first time mention something to me, somebody that I'd seen quite some time ago that invited me back. I needed to do some other business for them, and the last time I'd seen them, I'd got my very neat short back and sides haircut, and they'd said, "Are you with the same person that we met before?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "Oh, you didn't have long hair before." And I was thinking, well, it's not long now, is it? But it's awkward stage, so I had to explain that. I had to explain that it was I'm growing it out. They didn't seem to be bothered by it's not like they didn't turn around and say, "Oh, that's terrible," or anything like that. I don't think they really cared. It doesn't affect them. So I just get on with it. Yeah. Is there anything more to tell you? Probably not. You can see what it's like. Shall I do the hair length thing? I mean, it's still not really that long, is it? It kind of the longest, about there-ish, but yeah, not long. We'll see how we go. I've got a feeling that it won't be long before I start to notice bigger changes in terms of the way it looks. So give it a couple more months, and I think it'll start to. At the moment, it just looks like shaggy, short hair, so it's kind of difficult to maintain from a styling point of view. But it still looks to me relatively short hairstyle. I mean, you can still see that's kind of to there, and still see my sideburns, and it's still not covering my ears completely. So it's still what I would kind of define as short hair. But I think over the next couple of months, it'll start to be where it is completely kind of coming over my ears a bit more, and it'll probably change the general sort of shape of it a bit. Although obviously it won't be the entire length that I want it to be by the time it's all done. Any questions, please ask me in the comments. Hopefully this is kind of interesting. I'm sorry if I'm rambling on a bit, and take care. Bye-bye.